Did you know that diabetes can silently damage your body for years before you can even realize it? Millions of people are walking around right now as we speak with this life-altering condition, completely unaware of what's going on within their bodies. And this is because the early signs are so easy to miss. And so many people are walking around with all sorts of things going on. But here's the truth. Catching these signs early could save your life. In this video, I am revealing the 7 hidden symptoms of diabetes that most people actually ignore. So I'll need you to stick around because what you learn today could make all the difference for your health or even for somebody else that you love. Let's dive right into these 7 hidden signs of diabetes. Well, understanding why they happen and why they often go unnoticed is key to catching diabetes early. If you know what's going on, if you know why it is happening that way, you probably will take steps to protect yourself. So let's move forward. First up is unexplained weight loss. This happens because your body isn't producing enough insulin, and because that's not happening, what happens is your body you need insulin for energy, as you probably already know. So if you are not producing enough energy and insulin, it means you're not getting enough energy on board. And for that reason, your body begins to break down its own fat and even muscles just to make up for the energy that it is missing. So this leads to the unexplained weight loss. Now, many people don't see this as a problem. Of course, we tell people, hey, lose weight, lose that extra pound here and there. And so when you see weight loss, you most likely would think it's a good thing. But if it's unintentional, if you haven't done anything about it, if you haven't, modified your diet, you haven't done anything, health-wise to lose the weight, then weight loss in this manner wouldn't be a right thing. And as long as your weight loss is unintentional, it should raise a red flag for you. And so that is the first sign that is hidden that many people may have, or maybe going through some diabetes in their body, may have diabetes going on. Unexplained weight loss, unintentional weight loss. So let's check that if that is happening to you. Of course, apart from diabetes, other diseases present that way. But since we are on diabetes, I think it's enough to say that if you have unexplained, you have not planned to lose weight and you are losing that weight, potentially you need to see your doctor. The next thing is increased thirst and frequent urination. Now, high blood sugar pulls water from your tissues, making you feel dehydrated, and your kidneys work overtime to flush out the excess glucose. So you are very thirsty because you are dehydrated, and your kidneys are also working overtime to flush out this excess fluid that is coming out. Excess glucose that you are producing as a result of high blood sugar. And what that happens, what you do is you go to the bathroom too frequently. And people often blame, this on drinking more water, or maybe it's due to old age. I can't hold much of my water. And so, but it is a telltale sign that diabetes may be going on. So don't ignore that sign. It is a sneaky sign of diabetes. Number 3 is blurred vision. Blurred vision. Now, high glucose levels can also cause the lens in your eyes to swell, leading to distorted vision. And so if you have blurry vision, or you are seeing that your vision is not that great, again, don't just blame old age. Some people, it's not even at their older ages. If this is going on at your younger age, it's an even more clear sign that something's up. But even if you are older, get yourself checked, at least get your eyes checked. And most eye doctors would recommend that you see your physician for diabetes to be checked. For your, to be diagnose to see if you actually have diabetes going on or not. So definitely blurred vision is another hidden but danger zone sign of diabetes. And as I said, when your eye, your lens is made to swell, obviously your vision is going to be distorted. And this is often brushed off as a strain in age, a strain in your eye. My eyes are strained, or, I'm getting older, or maybe something else. We always blame something else, but they're obvious. So don't ignore such a sign. It is a third sign that you may be having diabetes. Danger zone. All right, so with that being said, let's go to the fourth sign. And the fourth sign is tingling and numbness in your hands and feet. Now, this is due to nerve damage, or what we call diabetic neuropathy. It is caused by prolonged high blood sugar, in your system. If your sugars are not controlled, what happens is that you are going to damage your nerve cells, and that is going to lead to those tingling sensations or numbing sensations, even pain sometimes that many people feel when they are not even diagnosed with diabetes yet. And so if you are seeing that, it may be a sign for you that you may be having diabetes. Again, it's not the only thing that may cause that, but obviously, if you see that, do not brush it off. Many people ignore it, and they say it's just a temporary discomfort. It's going to go away. I strained my muscle. Maybe I worked too much. I stood for too long, or maybe my posture wasn't right, and that is why I'm feeling those signs. It is not always like that. If you see it many more times than usual, it is definitely not due to a strain. It is probably due to blood sugar levels skyrocketing and destroying your nerves. The fifth sign that we can talk about is slow healing wounds. Now, elevated blood sugar levels impair circulation, blood movement around your body. And you know that for your wounds to be healed or cured faster, you need blood supply, rich blood supply, oxygenated blood supply, or oxygen-rich blood supply with nutrients to the places where the wounds are to aid in faster healing. And in diabetic patients or people who are developing diabetes, the circulation is not that great. And so you may not be able to supply those nutrients and antibodies and, all those white blood cells that could, cure or heal those wounds. You cannot supply them because of impaired circulation, and your wounds will tend to heal slower. You may not heal your wounds as quickly as a normal person without diabetes or high blood sugar. So again, if that is something you have noticed in you or somebody else you love, have them checked, because it could be a sign that they may be having diabetes. So apart from circulation, also, wound healing problems, they also don't fight infections as great. People who have higher blood sugar levels have difficult time fighting off infections. It's causing even small cuts, or sores, to take much longer to heal and to get infected some of the times. Sometimes. In women in particular, you may see that you get, yeast infections so frequently because of your inability to, heal infections down there, and also the fact that you are peeing a lot of glucose, a lot of sugar in your urine. Microbial pathogens can grow down there, including fungus or candida, and then that leads to all these we're talking about as infections that are very rampant and wounds that don't cure or heal quickly enough. So those are some of the things that we have to watch out for, and this is often overlooked because it becomes so it's trivialized. More trips to the doctors for yeast infections is probably because you changed something in your diet and people just brush it off. It's not always like that. Or the wound that is taking too long to heal, that cut, that scrape that turned into a massive wound that is or sore that's not going away. We always find excuses for them. But we definitely have to be careful, because it may be just a sign that our blood sugar levels are out of whack, and that is preventing infections and wounds to be healed as quickly as we need them to be. So the next point, the sixth point, that is, I also call it a danger zone that we should watch for, is extreme fatigue. Now, when your body can't properly use glucose for energy, you are left feeling drained all the time. No matter how much rest you even get, you feel tired. Any small thing you do, you are tired, because again, you are not getting enough energy from the glucose you take, because the glucose are just running in the blood instead of being absorbed and metabolized for energy. You don't get it, and so though you eat, you are tired. You are exhausted, extremely exhausted all the time. And people often dismiss this as, oh, I overwork myself, I work too much, or maybe you are stressed, that's why you are tired all the time. But persistent fatigue is a clear sign to check your blood sugar levels. It's not normal to be tired all the time. It's not normal to, always feel exhausted, even after a small work or a small workout. You definitely need to make sure that you check and ensure that you don't have high blood sugar levels. All right. So with that being said, let me switch my thing here for a little bit. Yeah. So the final one that we are talking about is darkened skin patches. Darkened skin patches around the neck or even the armpits, as well as the groin area. This condition called acanthosis nigricans is linked to insulin resistance, and it is commonly mistaken for as a cosmetic, issue. People will just brush it off. Maybe, because we always have skin issues going on here and there, we can easily brush it off. But if you have it, especially around those areas I've mentioned, around your neck, your groin area, and some of the other symptoms or signs we have discussed are being seen, you potentially should get that checked. It is actually one of the earliest signs of prediabetes or diabetes. So if you have darkened, patches around your neck area, around your armpits, or in the groin area, do not brush it off. It is a sign of insulin resistance or prediabetes leading to diabetes. And so do not just brush it off or just treat it as just ordinary skin problems, and make sure that your blood sugar levels are checked. All right. So these signs may seem minor and unrelated. I mentioned these 7 signs that if you don't take it, you would take them for granted. But that is where people get caught up in problems, serious problems. Ignoring these symptoms, can lead to serious problems. It allows diabetes to even silently progress. You ignore them and think that, you give it your own reason for why it's there, and then the blood sugar levels continue to grow. And so silently, what happens is you are making your blood sugar levels worse. Over time, you develop more serious complications that are related to high blood sugar levels, like heart disease, even kidney damage. Some people, by the time they are found to be diabetic, their kidneys are already almost completely shot, because they've been running around with high blood sugar levels all these days, all these months, potentially even years, without doing anything about it. So it could lead to kidney damage and obviously nerve pain, some of which may be irreversible. So what you want to do is, if you have any of these signs I've mentioned, just talk to your doctor and make yourself ready to be checked. It's better to be checked and found to be without any issue. So I like this thing that I showed earlier. Test and be found to be, have no issue, than to wait and then find out that it is too late when you find it out. So definitely get yourself checked. Your health is your greatest asset. And recognizing these signs, these hidden signs, I should say, they're not easily, traceable. Recognizing them, could actually help you and make all the difference that you need so that you do not end up with a serious complication from diabetes. If your diabetes is found early, especially in the pre-diabetic stage, you are potentially able to reverse the whole condition. But if you wait until things have gotten so much worse, you may have to live with it for the rest of your life. It may not be reversible. And so, recognizing these signs, these 7 signs I've mentioned so far, are very important. It's going to make sure if you get them early, it may be the only reason why you can reverse your diabetes. So do not take them for granted. All right. So if you enjoyed this, I implore you humbly to, give this video a thumbs up, or like it, or share with somebody that you may actually love, somebody that may also benefit from, so that they will protect themselves against sitting down and waiting for diabetes to catch up with them. Let's spread the awareness and help others take control of their health. We will link another video about diabetes up the top of the corner here, and I'll see you there for another informative section. Thanks for watching.